what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Birds Idell. With me, as always, the boys are in the building. My main man, Angry John Rosado.
What's up?
Back from staycation. Anthony, I got 9.5 toes Shuley, big dog in it.
What's up?
And then my main man, my co-host, Moneyline Welsh. What up, Moneyline?
What's going on?
Not too much. You got a couple quick announcements, everyone. First off, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you could give us a like and a comment, we'd really appreciate it, and a subscribe. That really helps us out. Also, we have our first live comedy show, or our first live podcast is September 2nd, Bottle Rocket Social. We've been posting on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. If you can't find it, it's bottlerocketsocial.com. Tickets are, I believe they're $15. They're going fast. There's a limited amount of seating there. It's not like there's not like 300 seats or 70 seats. So they're going fast. There's more than half of them are gone already. So it's September 2nd. I'd get your tickets now if you're thinking about going. Also coming up July 30th, Joey Welsh's big debut. He's headlining. He's Pittsburgh's hero. He's going to be at Comtra Theater. I'm going to be out there too. July 30th. Grab your tickets now. Come see Joey Welsh. Support him. He's headlining. He's getting ready to make it big. You want to be there. You want to be part of the process. That's all I got for announcements this week, Jack.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
All right. How was the weekend? Oh, wait. We're back on DVE?
Yeah.
We're pretty much partners over there now of that morning show.
Got a lot of good feedback. I mean,
we embarrassed ourselves pretty good. We're not holding back any punches at this point.
Yeah.
You know, I told a story about fucking a cat. You told a story about shitting your pants.
Yeah. And, got a lot of good feedback from that. Randy actually went on.
I got a lot of good feedback from that.
Which one, the fucking the cat or shitting the pants or both?
Randy went on to say, like, after this, like, it was probably like 20 minutes after we were on, he was like, in defense of Z-Bird, let's not act like a lot of like he's the only guy that ever pooped his pants down Ocean City, Maryland.
It happens.
He did the Billy Madison, like, of course he pooped his pants. Everyone poops their pants. Pooping their pants.
Yeah, somebody else did that week too. I don't remember who. I think I drove them both home from Ocean City that year. I can't remember who it was though.
We got a lot of stories to tell, John. We can't fucking tell them all at once. You know what I mean? There's there's times and places. We gotta hold some things back. Not everything's. We can't just fire all of our bullets.
Yeah,
just fucking relax.
We still got a lot in the clip, but yeah, you definitely gotta keep a couple in the bunker. Gotta keep a couple in the bunker because shit pops off.
Listen, there was a lot. I told a fucking a cat story. You know, I let it all on the field that day on DVE.
You did. It was a good story.
You were all in.
One of my favorites.
I haven't told it in a while, man. I was a little rusty, but it's a true story. So once you start telling it just comes off fucking pretty natural.
Back, yeah, and we've been picking up a lot of listeners from DV. We really appreciate that. Welcome to the podcast, and make sure you tell all your friends about it too, because word of mouth, we're spreading like wildfire, baby. Greenfield's Finest Podcast is everywhere.
Heinz Field dead. Name change. Acrisure Stadium. Dude, this sounds like some type of like cream when you get like poison ivy.
It doesn't have a ring to it.
No,
it doesn't. I don't even think it's a good name for an insurance company.
Yeah, it sounds like, are you sure?
Yeah,
like, are you sure you want to get insurance? Because we're not going to pay you whenever you die.
Am I saying it right? Because I've haven't heard it. Acrisure. Yeah, terrible name.
I really don't give a fuck, to be honest, with the name that people were always going to call Heinz or whatever. I remember when Three Rivers went down, people called it Three Rivers fucking for the first couple of years.
Civic Arena, everybody called it,
people still call PBG Civic Arena. I mean, I'm going to let Rosado, Rosado made a lot of sense today.
No, I'm saying, like, the name sucks. Heinz Field, losing that sucks, but I mean, if that was your business, like, you're not turning down that money for them naming rights?
Absolutely not.
Right.
It makes total sense why Heinz didn't renew. Why in the world would you pay that? Everyone's calling it Heinz for the foreseeable. Starlake's still Starlake.
You got your money's worth. So, like I said, you just paid a cornerback $80 million. You need to get some,
Get every it's a
Get
business.
every dollar you
Get
can.
every dollar you can. They're talking about keeping the ketchup bottles too, which would be awesome.
I heard they were already in the process of taking them down.
I seen them
Rooney
today.
said the ketchup bottles might stay. I love the Heinz Red Zone. That's awesome.
I do too.
When they pour it.
Yeah.
You think they'll have to like make some kind of deal where they're
Some
getting
kind
a
of
piece
side
of
deal.
the
Yeah,
action?
but I mean, I think you got to keep the Heinz Red Zone.
I like that.
I don't like if they changed it to a stadium from a field. I wish it was Acrisure Field. You know what I mean? That's weird.
That sounds better, I think, actually.
Yeah. It doesn't sound great. And then I think it was one of McAfee's boys on a show. He had a tweet, and he pretty much just cut it down to Shore Stadium, which I kind of like. You know what I mean? Like
going down the shore.
We're going down. The Steelers played Shore Stadium. It's in the North Shore. That's not bad. I could see that catching on. But, I mean, as far as somebody actually saying, like, hey, I'm heading down to Acrisure Stadium, that's just –
say that when you're drunk.
that's terrible. It's word garbage.
I don't think in our lifetime, from people that we know, like personal people that we deal with, we're ever going to hear them say, I'm headed down Acrisure Stadium.
No.
It'll be the stadium, if anything.
It'll be Heinz Field. I mean, that's
it's going to be Heinz Field. Heinz Field was a great name.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I like I said, it's just a lot of money to put up for some
Sure.
advertising.
Doesn't make
You're selling probably the same amount of ketchup anyway.
That's what I never understood about like these deals. Like how like Acrisure here? Like are people really? Is that going to catch on? What kind of insurance is it? I don't even know.
Life insurance.
It's life insurance.
Dude, they don't give a fuck. They were worth like $28 billion or
Yeah,
something.
you just have to have
I
so
mean, it has
much
to be a big
fucking-
enough business to pay the kind of money they're paying for.
Right.
Because they can't come back in insurance money. You can't make that money back, right? Just how fucking
It's just for advertising, I guess.
right.
I mean,
No,
it's
I'm being-
probably good because a lot of people, at least around here, are talking about it.
I didn't make that up. They're really worth $28 billion.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to have an incredibly amount of fuck you money to do
Yeah,
something
they
like
could just
this.
buy everybody out.
Well, if they could, I mean, fuck, if they called us right now and like, hey, we want to change it to Acrissure's Finest Podcast.
We
we're
wouldn't
gonna-
do that.
The fuck I wouldn't. If we're going to give us $30 million to
They were
make,
going to give us 30
You would
grand.
sell out Greenfield like that.
if they were like, we're going to give you $30 million, I'd let you call me Shit Pants
Man.
Shit Pants Finest
Shit
Podcast.
Pants Podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
old shitty pants podcast.
Shitty Pants
the shitty
Finest-
boys.
Yeah. The shitty boys are getting shitty.
Yeah.
Like,
And we
absolutely.
would just shit our pants every
For
episode.
$30 million, I'll fucking shit my pants every week.
Here the
52
shitty boys getting all shitty again.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about them new dudes out? What podcast? The Shitty Boys. Dude, they just shit their pants.
They make loot though.
That dudes are fucking paid. They get, oh my god, dude.
Selling your crusty ass drawers. On the
Yeah,
internet.
dude. I mean, we just have to, but then you got to shit your pants and sit here and do the podcast.
Dude, the thing
Dude,
about it,
that's like that's something there. You know? We might need to find a niche. You know, this is taking a long time to catch on. That might be our niche. Like, dude, these dudes just shit their pants and then they talk about nonsense for 2 hours every Tuesday. That'd be wild. It would smell like hell in here.
It would smell like hell. I would make Larry shit his pants.
Yeah, everybody. JD
JD
shit his pants.
Yeah, you guys are on a team. We'll cut you in on a deal.
Because in reality, if everyone's gonna shit their pants, like you want
Everybody's-
everybody to shit their. If you're gonna smell everybody else's shit, you might as well just shit your pants too.
Right, dude. Why would I want to be the guy left eye? Fuck it, bring in Will and Wiz.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming in shit. Taylor gang's coming here to shit on the floor.
Shit your pants or die.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right, dog.
Oh, man.
We don't wipe. How the fuck did we go?
did you eat one of Shuley's weed brownies?
No, dude.
for the segment?
I smelled weed when I came in. I just started getting all
Yeah.
goofy.
You got that contact again.
Yeah,
That went on way longer than I thought it would.
that was good though.
I had
Yeah,
me
fuck
crying
it.
for a second.
Speaking of shit in the bed, Baker Mayfield to Carolina.
Good for them.
Yeah, who else they got? What's his name?
They got,
the Jet?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Which is kind of it was like the number 1 pick and the number
Yeah,
3
it's
pick.
crazy.
They're going to be battling out. Everyone assumes Baker's going to start. Here's the thing.
Didn't Darnold do okay for them last year?
He
But
did
he got
all right
hurt.
the first
in the
5
beginning.
games. He did pretty solid. Got hurt. After that, he was never the same. Baker literally had the same exact season. Was like doing decent. Got hurt. Really like kind of never. I don't know. To be honest, I'm rooting for Baker because he got fucked
I mean,
over.
dude, he did. I mean, he played with a torn labrum in his left shoulder, and he was getting pounded.
Right.
So, I mean, he has a chance of coming back strong. I don't know.
I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him so he makes Cleveland look bad.
Yeah,
The week 1. Yeah.
he could have landed in a worse spot. So I mean, that's not bad for him.
Yeah. They got a decent squad, so he'll be all right.
Pittsburgh story here. Probably one of the craziest videos you'll ever seen. Foxtail has a pool party every Sunday. It's also Sky Bar too. It's something. And a video went viral from Sunday. There was a girl laying on her back while her friend filled up her hole with Voss water, and she shot the Voss water out into the crowd.
Yeah.
She made it rain.
Dude, it was the way this girl filled up her friend's hole so casually. It was, I never seen anything like it. It was like she was helping her tie her shoe or something. She was just like, the girl got in her, it's like they've done it before, which, which they have. The girl got in her stance, she pulled the bikini over, shoved the Voss water in her hole, and then the security guard was right there, and he just gave one of these. But like in reality, what's the dude supposed to do? He just like gave one of these, like not cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course it's not cool.
Please
and then she
take
just,
the bottle
He
out of
didn't
your
see that
pussy.
one coming?
and like that hole took that water so easily.
Yeah.
Like it just
like
took it in, like
the
suctioned
office
it.
water thing. It was like glug glug.
It's
glug,
like
glug.
going it's like when I chose Skinwalker Ranch, where they were like dropping water into the caverns, and it just kept going down. People were like, "Where's it going? Like, when's it gonna come out?" And finally, it just started fucking spewing out of everywhere, dude.
Dude, she's like a water buffalo.
Oh, dude, what a fountain that is. You know what I mean? They should fucking have a statue of her just squirting down there.
So could you imagine if you just like walked by there and you just got that like Voss
Just
whole water all over you?
That contaminated Voss water. I mean, they should have used Deer Park Voss. It's a lot more expensive. But I don't
Plus,
know.
yeah, Deer Park's a natural spring.
Right, God only knows where Voss comes from and where it's been now. But I mean, like, dude, it was fucking. That's potatoes. Just to even be there. And here's the thing: there was probably, I've seen 5 videos so far from that. So like everyone was filming, everyone's standing around. This girl, she did
It was a party trick.
She was doing more weird shit than that, like slapping her thighs hard as fuck, like beating the shit out of her.
She had a squirt gun in her hand. She had all kinds of wet money on her. Truly like a terrifying person.
Now me and Zebra were talking. Do you think this is going to keep people away from there or draw people to it?
Well, Foxtail's closed. They're shut down for the next few months.
Yeah.
They're regrouped. Yeah,
Well, that answers that.
They're not. That's not driving.
Because of that?
Because of this.
Yeah, because
Why?
they were violating.
Because they don't. Here's
They
the
were pussy popping on
Yeah,
a
it's a bad party
handstand.
trick, but I mean, like,
but they're like,
Dude, like a judge like declared like a state of emergency over Foxtail today.
yeah,
I swear to God.
yeah,
wow.
but yeah,
Which I didn't even know like you could do. Like there's worse shit to go. Don't get me wrong. That was gross. But like there's a lot worse shit that goes down.
Yeah, like a shooting at a bar, or
Right.
like multiple.
Does that make it a nuisance? Like this, some chick did some weird party
she
trick?
was shooting though. You know, what I mean, she was bucking on people. It was a Voss
Yeah,
water.
she was bucking.
But like, dude, like that's imagine being like the judge who gets handed that case. Like you're going to make a ruling on it. It's like, what is it? There was some like drunk chick at a party shooting water out of her pussy that her friend filled up. And you know what I mean? He has to be like, what the fuck you want me to do about it? Be like, well, we're getting news from upstairs. It's a state of emergency.
Yeah, they literally, this video is like everywhere. It's very, very viral. So they're probably, hey, Judge, this is what's going on the South Side. They're like, we got to shut the South Side down. Like, it needs a break, a little reset. I seen a video of her at another party. She had, you know those like sword balloons like kids have?
Yeah.
She shoved, it had to be, I don't know, 3.5 to 4 foot. She took it all. In
Down
her
her
mouth,
throat,
like
yeah.
just down the hatch. Like this lady, she could hold some stuff.
She's talented.
Every hole you're trying to fill, it could be filled, and she was terrifying. I haven't seen like Twitter or like everybody just agree like that. It was too much.
Yeah.
Nobody was like, man, that was sweet. Like, oh, everybody's being so uptight. There was none of that. They're like, Jesus Christ, dude, we're past the point of no return here.
Like society's crumbling.
Yeah,
It was
really
a
is.
lot of that.
it was a lot of that, and like they probably weren't wrong. It was something. It didn't make me miss the south. It kind of made me miss the south side. I'll be honest with you. I like being around animals. That was always the fun. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen, but that was also a lot. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Foxtail's gonna take a little break, a little reset. They were on fucking Marty Griffin today. Like it was.
What were they saying on Marty Griffin?
I didn't get
He's
to
like, I'm
hear
gonna go
it.
investigate this.
Yeah.
They
for
said, get
myself."
Marty, and he's just covered in Voss
I mean,
water.
they
Like,
walk around there like
why would you call me to
bathing
this
suits
party?
anyways, right?
Yeah, he got a
Yeah, it's a
poncho
pool
on.
party
Yeah.
upstairs.
Right, so she was at a pool party, so it wasn't like that's easy when you're dressed like that to pull something like that
Right,
off.
she had bathing
Right,
suit.
like how could that? I just don't,
I don't know how it's a state of emergency. There's bigger
Right.
problems than the people shooting water out of their pussy.
Somebody
but-
might have shit their pants there. That's more disgusting.
Right. I mean, dude, there's a podcast I heard out where the guys just go around and shit their pants and sit there for an hour and a half talk about weird shit. It's fucking crazy, and that's not a state of emergency. Can't shoot a little water out of your pussy. What kind of country is this anymore?
Hunter Biden is a complete wild boy, man. He filmed himself smoking crack, drinking White Claws, and fondling himself in a float tank.
Recently?
Like, the video is very recent.
So he's still on the crack?
Yeah.
I think, and then it said he just convinced old Joey Buckets to wire him 20 G's, and then he just went on a party spree with it.
Is that when he like weighed out 20 grams of
It
crack?
was a lot of crack, yeah.
How far will that get you?
20 grand?
20
grams.
grams.
Well,
That's what you
grams.
like.
He had a couple hookers with him, too.
A gram of crack, it will go faster than a gram of coke.
No.
So, you know what I mean?
Still, 20 grams is a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, so it comes down to
20
the
grams
average.
is enough for you and 3 hookers to go on a 2-day bender.
Wow.
That's what we were
not
asking.
That's not that much crack, then. I mean, it's a fair amount of crack, but I thought he'd better stretch that a little more.
No, dude, crack is like, I mean, a guy like him he's a crack phenom. He's not like, he's a man who can handle his crack. So he's probably not, he's like Charlie Sheen it probably. He ain't blazing a hit and he's like, you know what, we'll come back in a couple hours, maybe take another hit, guys. No, he's blazing hard, jerking off, drinking White Claws, got hookers licking his root. I mean, this is just
Doesn't sound all bad.
I'm going to tell you what, there was one time I got my tax return. I mean, I've had worse things happen to me in my life. That's what they say, like in NA. They're like, "Oh, your best day getting high or your worst day sober is better than your best day getting high." I'm like, this one time I got a tax return, and I had a lot of fun for 17 hours.
That's what I mean. Like, take the crack out of it for me. Like, that's
Oh,
not.
you know,
I've had similar days.
Yeah.
The float tank, that seems fun. I've never done that.
Yeah, the deprivation tank. You kind of lose touch with reality. You're smoking. I mean, dude, he had the time of his life for 20. He got a free 20 grand off his fucking 900-year-old father. You know what I mean? He's like,
to
Dad,
go to rehab. He's like, Dad, I need 20 grand to go to rehab.
Like,
here you go, sonny.
Joe said, Hunter gotta go to rehab. Hunter said, no, no, no.
I just don't know. Like, Hunter probably could have kept that off of Instagram.
Oh, well, I mean, but here's the thing, though. He's picking up followers. He's getting steam to start his Shit His Pants podcast. He's gonna shoot his pants and smoke crack, dude. I mean, but imagine. I mean, I'll say this. I knew some people that did. Like, they weren't nearly as crazy as Hunter Biden, like having all the fun he was. But I watched people like go live on Facebook and do heroin.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this guy, he was like, I mean, it's almost like, but his was more like, Hunter's more like, I'm having the time of my life. This was like a cry for help. And like everyone started like reporting it. It was just disgusting. I mean, but like, there's local people that have done things like.
Do you think Hunter Biden could pull like regular coups just off being Hunter Biden, or you think you got to go straight hookers?
No, I mean, if
you want to smoke crack with him,
yeah, because you got to leave the crack in the equation because he's a crackhead.
Right.
So like you can't remove the crack from it.
Well, he's a famous guy. He ain't bad
Oh,
looking.
yeah, that's what I mean. He could fuck him, but he's
He's the son of a president.
There's regular
smoke crack with them.
Not every girl that smokes crack's a hooker.
Yeah, but I guess if
You're giving him a bad name.
Yeah, why are you trying to degrade crackheads so bad?
I'm sorry for putting them in a box like that. That was my fault.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I think Hunter Biden could get regular coups if he was out blazing some hard. Maybe he was having some.
So if you think Hunter Biden's like at Fox Hill on a Sunday having a couple White Claws,
He's
he's
sitting right in front of that fountain.
He's sitting right, he's blazing hard right in front of that fountain, and she's just fucking. He's just moving the crack pipe when the water comes
He's just
out.
pouring White Claws in there.
He's blowing
Dude, they
the
can
crack
fit.
smoke up her ass.
Yeah,
They can fit.
he's putting the crack pipe
putting
in her
the can,
pussy.
yeah.
He's putting the crack pipe in her pussy and lighting it. And she's
He's
just
like,
fucking,
suck that in, suck that in.
It's like a shotgun.
And she's blowing it out her anus.
Okay.
It's a state of emergency now, motherfuckers. You got crack coming out your ass.
Oh,
man.
fuck. Jesus Christ. Zach Wilson's a dog.
Yeah.
So Zach Wilson, his ex-girlfriend is dating his ex-best friend. He's on the Washington Comrades. Zach Wilson is the New York Jets quarterback. His friend's name's Dax Milne. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce his last name.
Dax Milne.
Milne. He's banging Zach Wilson's ex-girlfriend, who's a smoke show.
Yeah.
She put a picture up of her and Dax. Someone commented underneath, like, homie hopper. Dax and Zach unfollowed each other on like fucking social media. She replies to the comment, the real homie hopper is Zach. He was banging his mom's best friend.
Oh,
Pretty dope.
But yeah, I gotta get. He's. I love that move.
Zach's mom's hot, so she knows she has hot best friends.
Right. It's not like me banging my mom's best friend.
Right.
Marijuana Donna.
Yeah, but I cut my dick off before I fucked my mom's best friend. I'd have to be hanging out with Hunter Biden to fuck my mom's best friend.
You think Marijuana Donna listens?
I don't think she's very active on social media.
But so Zach Wilson, he's being a big baby about this. He should just lean into it.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, dude, I love MILFs. Well, fuck it.
Right.
I don't think there's no hiding
bombs
from
banging
it.
moms. Like that's it.
Get the shirts made right now.
Barstool's already on it.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a nice move. Especially, I wonder, did you see with the mom with the?
So no, there's no picture of like the mom out there yet, and they were saying like it might not be true, but he did bang like a younger mom and blah blah blah. I don't know. Like I said, he's being a big baby about it, so I think he's trying to keep it a secret. That would have moved by her though. Like she's getting shamed. And he's like, dude, this dude's fucking his mom's friends.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson was a big nerd to me. Like he just seemed like super young and just I don't know.
Chicks love him though.
I mean, he's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
And you know what? This really changed my mind about old Zach here. This is good.
I wouldn't.
This is good stuff.
I wouldn't fuck dudes, but if I did have to fuck a dude, he'd be up there in like probably the top of the sheet.
So if you had to pick one quarterback to bang, it'd be Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Really?
Didn't we talk about this before?
I don't know. Probably.
We talk about a lot of weird stuff on here.
Why? Who do you got, Johnny?
Give me a second to think about it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind fucking Kenny Pickett for like talk. I mean, he got nice hair.
I'm going to Jimmy G, dude.
Jimmy G's
Jimmy
the hot,
G,
he's
yeah,
the
that's
hottest
why
one.
we were talking about it. Yeah.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is kind of hot. He's a dickhead, but like he's kind of hot.
He's short though, so your dick will look huge
Aaron
in his
Rodgers
hand.
is short.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is not a big guy.
He's
No?
5'11",
I
6
thought
foot.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not that big for a quarterback.
There ain't no way I'm fucking Deshaun Watson. I ain't figuring his ass.
You'll fall into that motherfucker.
You'll be He could fit fucking a case of Voss water up there too.
He's like, you bring the Voss water, homie?
Yeah, but oh man, I should have picked Zach Wilson.
Who do you think would be like the worst quarterback to fuck? I'm thinking like Russell Wilson. Just seems boring, but I don't know. He's banging Sierra.
Yeah.
Oh, there's way worse than him. There's fucking.
I was gonna say Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
He ain't. He's such a.
He's
big-
handsome, but he can't fuck. There's
No way.
I'd say fucking Ryan Fitzpatrick, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's a party animal, dude.
he's
He got
a
that
bushwhacker,
beard.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah. You want to?
Hey,
He's
like-
retired, but you want to fuck him for
What
sure.
about like Peyton Manning or Eli?
He
like it's
boring.
no. Yeah, he
He don't get
smash.
into
I
it.
feel like the Manning brothers put their dicks through their khakis.
Yeah. They wear underwear with dick holes in them.
I mean, Ben, you could always fuck Ben. You know you're gonna party.
Old Ben.
Old Ben. Yeah,
Old Ben.
like 2006 Ben.
That was
Yeah.
the one you wanted to
Thought
bang.
I found Christ Ben.
Yeah. Boring.
Yeah, that'd be like fucking Tebow. Tebow would never let that go down.
Yeah, he wouldn't even let you fuck him unless you married him.
He just start throwing holy water on you. Like, in the
you-
name of Christ,
can you imagine-
repent. In the name of Christ, repent.
Could you imagine if you listen to DVE this week and you're like, hey, I'm going to check out this new podcast. And like, this is the first half hour of this shit. But in reality, we told those two fucked up ass stories. So, I mean, what did you think you were going to get here?
Yeah. I didn't, and I'm going to be completely honest. I think this is the best opening to a show we've ever had.
Pretty good. All right, Larry, let's do some voicemails. Good job of keeping the voicemails under a minute, guys. It's going good.
Hey, fellas. Jason down in the Outer Banks. I got a gear grinder. I hate fucking people that go and park their car in front of a store when there's fucking parking lot right there. Like anytime you're, I'm going to drop somebody off, it's going to take a couple minutes and I'll come back out and then I'll pick them up. No, it's going to take them at least 10 minutes. And you know what's a great place for you to put your fucking vehicle whenever you're doing that is in the fucking parking lot. So please just move your ass the fucking 10 feet to the fucking parking lot. Just grinds my fucking gears. Rosado probably thinks there's a bunch of Subarus in front of the fucking place anyway. So, yeah, fuck them people.
What did he say?
Rosado probably thinks there's a bunch of Subarus in front of the place.
Probably was.
I guarantee
They're
it.
entitled assholes.
Kogo's is the fucking best example of this. I mean, Kogo's literally has parking spots available, and people instead will park in the handicap spot or park sideways like
They
it's
park
fun.
in front of that handicap ramp.
Yeah,
There's not a worse.
It looked like they were trying to drive inside. They parked so close to the
they
door.
park like Fast and Furious. They slide into one spot.
There's not a worse parking lot in the history of convenience stores than there is in Kogo. So that configuration of parking spots is horrendous.
It's not good, and usually all the deliveries that come there come right around lunchtime when everybody goes there.
Yeah.
And it just throws everything. It's mayhem.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's probably talking about like a Target.
Right.
I don't understand why the fuck people do that either. Like sit there with their blinkers on, like pull into a spot, dude. Like,
Yeah,
what the
and then
fuck?
They
See
know
it come out?
usually probably nobody's going to say nothing to them.
Right.
And they'll just sit there and
Yeah, we live in a society, John.
Yeah, but that's why you always need somebody to be an asshole. Like, dude, go up. Like, dude, go put it in the fucking parking lot. Like, my mom's handicapped. Well, then when she walks out of the store, drive back up.
Yeah, you can see her coming. It's gonna take
Get
a
her a
minute.
scooter.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a minute till
cheap
she limps
bastard.
here.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that.
Especially when there's,
Annoying.
dude, recently I've been noticing, dude, there's like 50 parking spaces dedicated to the handicapped at every store. You know
No,
what
the
I mean?
handicap
They
deserves a
deserve
park.
it.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
How many
They're
people
always
go to
empty.
Dollar General, dude? You know what I mean? You don't need 17 of them.
Saying they're always empty. They don't,
Yeah. John hates the handicap. Next call.
What's up, Kenny? Johnny. Heard about the cooler problem at the party. Here's what you do. Well, first off, hopefully we solved the raccoon problem a while back, right? Anyways, clearly you can't tell people not to use the cup holders. That'd be a dick move. They're available. So what you do, put some duct tape over them. Then, so you don't look like a dick just putting duct tape over the cup holders, label it. You know, beer, adult cooler, Pepsi, whatever. Then it looks like you're just helping out your party guests here. So they don't have to open 5, 6 coolers to find what they want. Then the icing on the cake is, at that point, if someone takes off the duct tape and uses a cup holder, then you can say, hey, who's using this cup holder? What are people going to do when they don't know what's in the cooler? Then you yell at them using the cup holder. Problem solved. I'm here for you, boys.
Oh, I love you, Kenny.
If I don't know how to solve the problem, I'm happy to make it up for you.
I like
John, John, I don't know why. Kenny's like your life coach at this point.
he is.
He's solving problems
He's
so you
there
left and
for you.
right.
Dude, Kenny, the raccoon, I think he might have got trapped by somebody else because I haven't seen him in a while, and he hasn't messed up my garbage in a while, but I'm not sure
Someone
yet.
took care of him then.
So, I think he was messing up somebody else's shit, too.
the wrong person.
Yep.
Kenny's
That's a great idea.
Great idea.
The only thing is there's 4 cup holders.
Well, then you put four
4 different beers
4
and everything.
labels.
Yeah, you put four.
What do you write? Miller Lite,
Water,
Heineken?
Miller Lite.
Adult, don't.
But I'm saying in one cooler it's usually
Just make
just
shit
beer.
up.
The other cooler is the water cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense, Kenny.
Yeah.
You could write John's Picnic on there. Whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
buddy. You just gotta fill the spots. Kenny, life coach.
What's up, boys? It's Greer. I have a combo grinder / what would Greenfield do, and it's mainly being shared with you because I know you guys are the #1 source in the city for all things customers. So our mail lady left us a note on a piece of mail the other day that said, I couldn't deliver your mail yesterday because there was a car on the street near your mailbox. So she took the time to write a fucking note telling us she couldn't do her job because she didn't want to get out of the mail truck to put those things in our mailbox that you can fucking reach from the mail truck. It's just pretty phenomenal that she took the time to do that and basically rat herself out. So pretty irritating, but also kind of perplexed as to what our move is, because I feel like if we address this or give her shit for it, we'd probably never see our mail again. So I think we're kind of fucked either way. Just curious for your guys' thoughts. Thanks, boys.
Well, Joey G, GFP podcast is a mailman-friendly podcast.
Yeah.
So
Came
we're-
to the wrong place, pal.
Yeah, we got a bunch of male women, male men that listen. So we're team male men on this one. You know, you just gotta suck it up, dude. Have you ever seen the Seinfeld where fucking you mess with the mail and Newman fucks everybody over? You can't. You just gotta suck it up. Write a note. I mean, that's a lot of work, though.
I would say, I mean, dude, if it was your car, or if it was, here's the thing, if it was your car, you ran in real quick, I understand that, Joe. But if it's someone else's car and you don't want this to ever happen again, fire up a little no parking sign right in front of the mailbox.
That's not a bad idea.
No,
there.
that's a suburbia problem, right? That's
white people suburbia.
That's white people suburbia problem there.
Yeah.
I mean, the mail lady, like, if that's like, really probably not
She must have been having a bad day.
inconveniencing her that much to just
She probably could have reached, but like I said,
we're a male-friendly
male-friendly
podcast.
podcast.
right.
So
we don't want to get the union all fired
nope,
up.
we surely
They
don't.
listen to us, and we love them, and
We love the mail.
And Joe was wrong for
We
that.
love stamps. We love it all.
Yep.
So yeah, Joe, figure it out, buddy. That's all.
Yo, Big John from Virginia Beach. Fucking Rosado. Are you huffing the gas from your fucking lawnmowers? Offensive line, the
I knew
easiest
that was
position
coming.
on the football team. Are you crazy, son? Hey, Z-Bird, you gotta watch your boy Rosado. He's fucking huffing that gas. Anyways, boys, love you guys. Hope you're doing well. Take it easy.
So he hit me
we
up,
love you,
and
John.
he was like, "It was auto fucking nuts." Surely, in case you missed it last week, we were trying to go through like the easiest positions in football, and your boy John over there tried to offer up offensive line as one of the easier positions in football.
We were trying to go
a
through
position where you get in a fist fight every play. He was like, "That's the easiest in football."
I was a pulling center, dude.
Yeah,
Come on,
I mean,
man.
what
That
are we
takes a lot of
talking about?
fucking
Dude, I
skill.
thought I was going to get way more flack than that. As soon as that came out of my mouth, I'm going to have every ogre in Pittsburgh bitching at me about the O-line.
I mean-
in my defense, I was thinking more like Pee-wee football, not like
Wait a minute.
So
I was
am I,
just starting
motherfucker.
right guard in
Yeah.
the championship. What are you
I'm
trying
not-
to say?
How do you think you caught the ball, dude? Because we were
Christ
blocking for your
almighty.
And that's
fucking
what I
ass.
said.
You asked
This
what
dude played receiver on an all-running team.
I was
he didn't have to
talk-
block. He said the dude like
You know why they
10-yard
couldn't
curls.
throw, Jack? 'Cause
Why?
they had the fucking
They had
time.
all the fucking time in the world.
Yeah,
Best
They had all the
offensive.
time in the world.
We had the best
It was
offensive
a
line.
great offensive line, dude. I was
disappointed,
talking
John.
my way through
I'm
the thing. Trying
disappointed.
to, if you listen to the podcast last week, as soon as I said it, I was like, "No, there's really no easy position in football."
Mike, can you
Is
give me a
what I
ride
said.
home?
I said it was right field the whole time.
It was right field.
I was trying to talk my way through it. I knew
Yeah.
this was coming.
Oh, he was all
Sorry,
fired
lineman.
up.
I don't need a bunch of 6-foot motherfuckers coming after me. Okay.
Big John said he was huffing gas from the lawnmower.
What is Rosado fucking nuts? I was like, he's fucking nuts.
Yes.
I just did that to get Jack all fired up, which
Well,
I
you did, and then you pissed off everybody else who played line.
I know.
That was those were great calls this week, everyone. The numbers are posted. We love when you guys call in. So please call in every week. We love to hear your voicemails. Just keep them under a minute. But great calls this week, guys. That was great. I think right now we're going to take a real quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to have more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hi, if you're living down the south side inside of a cardboard box and your dog's chewing on your leg and you probably got 73 cents in your McDonald's cup, you're looking for a place to live. Well, guess what? I got good news. Carlson & Associates is the place. They're specializing not just in residential, but also commercial, multifamily investment, historic buildings, and everything else. So get that cardboard box, fold it up, get to the closest payphone, and make a call. Call 412-431-1718 to schedule an appointment. Carlson & Associates will walk down to your cardboard box and show you other boxes all around the south side. Have a great day, folks, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Oh, yeah, brother. I just drove past your house, and it looks like your wall's falling down. That's not good for business, because guess what? If that wall comes down, I'm climbing up that hill and banging your old lady. So yeah, every one of your neighbors thinks you're a giant piece of shit and you can't afford a new wall. Well, guess what? I got a phone number now you can. You better call Just Walls at 412-889-4401. Fully insured, and build that wall before I come up here and I bang your old lady. Dig it! Hey, what's going on, everybody? Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Right now, if you're sitting in your house and you're going to go up to the bathroom and you're shitting inside a plastic bucket, you're probably in trouble. Then if you go into your bedroom and there's buzzards flying in because you ain't got no fucking windows, you're in real trouble. Well, guess what? I got good news. Bath Factory and Window, 412-951-3939. They'll handle all your bathroom and window repairs. They've been in business for over 100 years, and their great-great-grandfather came over on the Mayflower, and he installed the first shitter in the White House. So you can trust Bath Factory and Window at 412-951-3939. 3939. Stop shitting on a bucket and getting eaten by buzzards. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in the light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Moneyline, who be Corn Dicking this week?
We love the mailman, but fuck the Amazon delivery guy. We had an Amazon guy shit in the middle of the street in Millville this week. And, you can't do anything on camera because everything's on camera. My man got out, took a dump. It was like pretty much in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Wiped his ass and threw the shit paper right on the street in Millville.
Yeah.
Neighbor caught it on his ring cam. Not too happy about it. There's a lot of places you could shit in Millville, or you don't got to shit in the middle. Like there's like there's like Subways, and there's a lot of different places to take poops in Millville. There's wooded areas. There's a whole creek that runs through the place. You could have shit in the creek and, like, bidet your butthole. I don't know what the fuck this guy was thinking. It makes me think he does it all the time because, I mean, he had a roll of toilet paper just ready to go.
Wait, now, was he, like, trying to cover himself at all?
The dude said there was, like, a bunch of grass very close, and he just opted out of the grass, too, and just, like, dropped a turd right in the middle of the street.
That's a state of emergency. Like, yeah. I get it. Shooting water out of your pussy's one thing. Shitting in the middle of the street is a state of emergency. Like, we're a society just pooping in the middle of the street, which happens a lot out in in the homeless parts. They're just pooping in the middle of the street. But, like, if you're an Amazon driver and you're pooping in the middle of the street, like, that's a state of emergency. Something has to be done with that guy. He should be at Western Psych. Either that or go see his doctor because he has bad bowels. But like
IBS,
you gotta get shit canned for that, right? You can't.
He's done. Yeah,
you can't be pooping in the streets.
Amazon,
they need people bad.
Dude,
though.
That's the problem. Amazon is hiring everybody to deliver, and they're getting a little nuts.
You're like, Steve only shit in the street twice.
Dude, like,
give him a job.
I seen this dude today, like, fly down the street, park his car, and, like, literally, like, he looked like he was trying to make, like, a world record of, like, delivering shit. Sprint to the front door, fired at the door, jumped in the truck. I do like the effort.
I like that effort.
But he had no shirt on. All he had was the Amazon vest.
He just had the vest.
He just had the vest.
What a move.
Yeah, dude. It was odd. There's, like, a lot of weird shit going on with these drivers.
The dude's like resume, he's like been fired from 5 jobs for shitless shitting him. Like he went to Home Depot and shit in all the toilet samples. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we'll give him a chance.
I'm a landscaper, dude. Sometimes you get caught up. You got to shit outside.
Oh shit, behind it where no one can see you.
Not in the middle of the street.
Well,
no, that's why you shit under a pine tree.
I was on heroin, so like, yeah. And I was working for Shuley, and I was on heroin at the time, and I didn't have any heroin that morning, and because of that, I was basically almost shitting my pants every 13 seconds. So, like, I shit under a pine tree in someone's yard, and the lady literally came out, and, like, I don't know if she seen me or didn't, but started squirting, like, her lawn off, and, like, started squirting my feet because the pine tree didn't totally cover me.
So the pine tree, like, the branches, it was still, like, a 3-foot gap between the branches and the ground. He's squatting, like, you can't see his head, but you can see his asshole and everything else, dude. His fucking water squirting out his pussy.
Shuley's dad was like, asshole, what are we going to do with you? I'm like, I need $40.
I'll be back.
And I'll stop shitting under the tree. And we took care of that real quick. So,
yeah, I mean, the middle of the street's just crazy. You gotta try to hide somewhere. And then the fact that you just have toilet paper on deck, that kind of makes sense. But
you have to be ready for any situation.
The middle of the street
but hide
is just... Especially with ring cameras, man. You can't do anything these
Could
days.
we be looking at this from the wrong perspective? Could Amazon be putting so much pressure on these drivers that they're like, the dudes are like, you're not allowed to shit. Like, if you go to the bathroom,
shitless.
Yeah, you got to shit in the middle of the street. Like, what do you mean? I can't go to a bathroom.
You got to make this quota.
Yeah.
Their timing. Maybe that's why this dude's running a 40 in 4.3 seconds at the front door.
And his coworker shitting in the street.
The other dude's shitting in the street on the way to the door.
Yeah.
How bad do you want this?
It's an Amazon problem, not the guy. He might have got a promotion.
We can't have Amazon delivery guys shit in the streets, like everywhere.
No.
Who's going to clean that up?
Not me.
Me either. Yeah, the next thing you know, Uber drivers are going to be shitting in the streets. Grubhub motherfuckers shitting in the streets. That's a lot of shit in the streets.
You have to get those little robots from Oakland to come and
sweep it up.
scooper.
Drew Barrymore is batshit crazy. She is she's like renovating a house, and she's on her like TikTok or Instagram, and she's like, "Oh my god, I had such a feeling there was a window there," and like they pulled like down on like a wall, and there was a window behind the wall, but like, of course you thought there was a window there because you walked around your house and you saw the window. And she's literally,
like there's a window on the outside.
She's literally like crying tears, just, and it's so strange. And I'm like, man, are you just eating like a bunch of mushrooms? Like, what's going on here? Because one day it was raining, and she was like, you just gotta love the rain, and she's out there crying in the rain, and rain's pouring down her face. Like, you've been famous for a long time, but
is this kid?
She was doing drugs for an even longer time.
Yeah, she was getting fucked up when she was like 10
she
years
was
old.
6 years
she,
old,
like,
dude.
quit when she was like 13.
Yeah, she was
She was
doing
in
meth when
rehab.
she was on ET. She was only 4.
Dude,
she better phone home.
If she's doing this without like any type of like ketamine, mushrooms, LSD, like it's scary.
There's definitely another player.
There has to be.
She might be. I'll tell you what. You're thinking designer drugs. I'm thinking more of opiates. You know what I mean? That's more of an opiate thing. Like,
yeah, you're all emotional
man.
and shit.
Dude, look at that window. I knew it was there, man.
Yeah, maybe.
Look at the rain, man. It just washes away the pain, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it got to be something, right?
Yeah,
you sold me right there.
Yeah,
I
there's no
take your
sobriety.
side.
There's no sobriety.
Yeah,
involved
can't
in
be
that,
sober.
in
Yeah.
that
She's
feeling.
definitely on heroin.
Problem solved.
There you go. We had an NFL wide receiver arrested after falling asleep in a Taco Bell drive-thru. I forgot to write down this guy's name, but he had a night out, went to get some Taco Bell, fell asleep in the drive-thru.
It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Really
everybody's
is.
fucking fell asleep.
So
in a
I
drive-thru.
have a fallen asleep drive-through story. I wasn't driving. A friend was driving. We were at the Preakness all day. We were supposed to stay another night. We were going to visit my sister in Ocean City. We thought Baltimore and Ocean City were a lot closer than we thought. We had like a 45-minute drive.
No,
not even close. It's about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And we
You got to go around the whole.
we drank
fucking
we
bay.
drank all day at the Preakness. Sobered up a little bit, went to Wendy's, woke up to like people beeping at us, and like, who's to say if we fell asleep or not? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just remember like people laying on the horn and being like, "Ooh, what the fuck?" So we got a little Wendy's, ate, and like this one 5-hour energy just came out, and we were just fucking chugging 5-hour energies till we made it to Ocean City. One of the stupider things we ever did before in our lives.
That's a young man's game there.
Young, real young. Like this is like early 20s. But we made it, and it's, you know, it's easy to fall asleep in the drive-thru. You're starving,
Especially
you're
when
a
there's a
little
long
banged
line.
up. Yeah, you get what's that? Wendy's over in East Liberty.
Bomb on Bomb
On
Boulevard.
Bomb, yeah, man.
That's
That
24 hours.
That fucking Wendy's.
That was the
used to
only
get-
24
That's
hours.
where everybody
back
there's
then.
drunk, and that's
Everybody's
like a
drunk
fucking
and
20
it's
deep.
backed up like crazy. That place was the Wild Wild West.
You could roll a blunt, smoke it, roll another blunt, still not get to the fucking window yet, dude.
Yeah, it was at least an hour for sure.
For Wendy's.
We had a nurse. She's catching a lot of heat. She was she posted a TikTok of her being super distraught after a patient dies. So it's like when you lose a patient and just her up against the wall, like, you know, just being so emotional and fucking going for likes. If I'm in the hospital and I fucking pass away, don't TikTok it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe leave me alone. If that was like a family member and that, like, who knows if any of it was even real? It was very dramatic. So it could have just been her, like, hey, film me and we'll pretend like someone died. But I don't know, man. The shit that people will do for likes, it's just like they'll exploit anything, man.
Well, that, yeah.
And being a nurse isn't an easy job.
No, not at all. But if I'm the person that died, like, focus a little bit more on me not dying and a little less on you doing this.
If you're that
Did he
distraught,
die
if
during
you're
the
that
TikTok?
distraught, the first thing shouldn't be your mind. Like, let me get my
Film
phone and
me.
make a TikTok.
Yeah, and it wasn't even her filming herself. It was somebody filming her. Like, and
odd.
Yeah, it was unbelievably odd.
That was a team effort of her. Like,
For sure. It wasn't any candid shit. Like, she was reacting like that. She was hamming it up for the camera. It was very uncomfortable. she went viral, so she got what she wanted. But like, I don't think she got the right attention that she wanted.
When you do, and this is, I mean, everyone knows this. When you do a fake internet like thing, like when people do like those stupid fucking pranks that are set up, or like a fake like you're like, you're gonna get fucking crushed. Like the best thing you can do is be yourself. If something funny happens naturally, let it go, or something good happens, let it go. Other than that, like people are gonna eat you alive. But I don't know if people care. I think they're just happy to go viral, and they'll take the hate.
Yep, I agree with you. But I mean, it was bad hate, but you know, if you get a couple TikTok followers out, a couple thousand TikTok followers out of it, it was probably worth it. Chloe Kardashian is getting slammed for an old pic of her dressed as a pimp, and she had 4 black girls that she's friends with chained to a leash. The visual of this is pretty crazy looking back on it.
Yeah,
that's gonna jam you up.
Yep.
I'm surprised it didn't jam you up back then. I mean, it looked like it was probably the early 2000s.
Halloween party.
Yeah, still. That's weird.
To have her as the pimp, you know what I mean, and the girls chained up. Like it'd be different if
they weren't chained up. You take the chains away.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing,
right?
It's a non-story probably.
But
she's just the pimp. They're the hoes.
Yeah.
Why are they on leashes?
Right.
Like that's where you're really fucking up here.
Right. Yeah, it's just not a good look. Not a good look at all. I'm surprised. It's funny how like this shit will come out. Like who did she piss off to fucking release this?
Oh yeah, you remember this shit?
Because this picture was like marinating for about probably 15 years.
Chloe kept a friend close for a long time because of this picture, and she finally thought she was in the clear. She cut her off, and the girl was like, "Boom, ruined." For at least for a week or so.
A week, believe me, they got a team of publicists already all over this, and for all we know,
the mom Chris, she's already trying to turn this into a moneymaker right now.
She's making T-shirts. She's making Kardashian leashes.
Oh. Bam Margera bounced from rehab and was partying like a lunatic with a bunch of cannons. Bam Margera is a shit-house cannon. Like rehab doesn't stand a chance when it comes to Bam Margera. Dude.
No,
not the nice ones he's going to.
Him and Hunter Biden should team up and just fucking party till they die.
Dude, he fell from fucking grace so hard. I watched a documentary about him, and it was like he was always like, but he got into the drugs, and I know his best friend got killed in that car accident, and like that was hard for him. But like that's a time when you're like, let me pull it together here. And what he did was just, like he said in the things, like he did whatever the fuck he wanted, and he never really changed his routine. And like punching your dad, or slapping your dad 30 times in the face, and fucking sled riding down your mom's steps. I mean, it gets old after a while, and it's like people were just like whatever, and he wasn't who he thought he was.
But I mean, he couldn't even get sober for that brand new Jackass, and that new Jackass was awesome, man.
Yeah.
He's just missing out on so much shit. He just fucked up.
You ever see him on King of the King of the Hill or whatever, the skateboarding show?
No.
They had him on there. He was unrecognizable, dude.
He put on a lot of weight, didn't he?
Yeah,
he looks crazy.
Dude, he kind of looks like he looks like my Uncle Bill.
Or King of the Road. That's what it was, King of the Road.
I'd say King of the Hill's the one with Bobby Hill.
Yeah, King of the Road.
Bam made a ton of money compared to those other. Johnny Knoxville and like the producer, whatever that dude's name.
Jeff Tremaine.
They made a fuck ton of money, but Bam made a fuck ton of money because he had the spin-off show. He had that CKY shit.
Yeah.
He was selling all those DVDs back in the day. Like he made a ton of money.
The shoe deals.
Yeah, he had a ton of stuff compared to like the other guys that were just getting paid
like
peanuts.
Steve-O and them.
Yeah, right. And he just pissed that all away.
I mean, that's a cross in the road where Steve-O went and got sober, and look at Steve-O, and Bam continued to get fucked up, and like, you know what I mean, he's like cryptic. No one wants to touch him now.
Study shows narcissistic men are prone to premature ejaculate.
That's interesting.
You busting early nuts over there? You're a little narcissist.
Maybe once or twice. Yeah, yeah. One jumped out of the bus early. You know?
Well, what do you think this is? Do you think they just think they're like looking themselves in the mirror and they think they're so hot and they're like, man, I'm fucking so good. I got a nut.
Nah, sometimes it's the other person's looking good. You know what I mean? And I get all
yeah,
excited.
But if you're a narcissist, wouldn't you like be like?
You're self-involved.
Yeah, you're looking at yourself in the mirror when you're pining away, like
if
doing
I start
weird
like
shit
flexing,
like
in the mirror, yeah, like.
that. Is that your move? You give a little flex?
No, we don't have no mirrors downstairs. No. I watched myself have sex. It was terrible. I was like, I'm definitely not a narcissist. I deleted it immediately.
Yeah, I have a pretty big ego, but it's not making me nut early. I think I just nut early because I nut early.
Yeah.
I think it's because I didn't have sober sex for the better part of like 15 years.
Yeah.
So,
Like a new thing to you.
yeah.
It's like my one friend told me to quit jerking off, and I bust nuts in like 3 minutes. Fucking worst vice result I ever gave me.
Trying to save your sex life, brother.
Scrabble players are quitting the game because Scrabble removed over 400 offensive words in the game. Dude, let the nerds play Scrabble and get a little frisky if they want. Like, what the fuck's going on? 400 words, that's a lot. Like, what were you able to say in Scrabble? It must have been some like real racist shit.
Well, they don't have any examples?
No, I looked at it and no examples, which makes me think it was some really racist shit.
But there's some words you assume like aren't going to be. I mean, I wonder how far they went like into like what you can say. You know what I mean? Like words
see
like
you next Tuesday.
like ejaculate. You know what I mean? Like, did they take that out of the old Scrabble book? You know what I mean? Because
400 words is a lot of fucking words.
That's what I mean. That's a ton of words.
There's words on there that we're going to see and be like, what the fuck? Why would you take that out?
Right. That's what I was kind of hoping. That's what I was like hoping for. So I clicked on the article. I'm like, there got to be a list. Then there wasn't a list, and I was like, man, this must have got really racy.
Like, keep going. I'm gonna look this up right now while you dudes are talking.
We had a Colorado funeral home lady admit that she's selling body parts for cash. What are you doing with people's body parts? Like, is it black market shit? Like, what are you buying?
Like what?
Gotta
Like
be
organs?
something, dude. They use
Organs
cadaver
are gone
bones
and
and shit.
No,
bones.
What do you do with bones?
They use cadaver bones, dude. I swear to God, this is not like the shit-eating one. This is a true story.
cadaver bones for what though? Like,
So, all right, for example, my dad has like something wrong with his thumb, right? And they want to take like a cadaver, like a dead person's bone,
Yeah.
and like I don't know, like put it in. I guess I don't know how. I'm
yeah,
not a
but she was
doctor.
like, this lady's like illegally selling them, like to like there's a market for that.
They
There
usually
gotta
get
be.
them out of like John Doe's. Or like people donate their bodies and like they take
Right,
tendons.
organ donors.
Well, not even.
She had a
you
chop
can
shop,
take
big
tendons
deal.
and you can use a lot of parts, but yeah, once they make it to the funeral home, though, I'm pretty sure like once all the blood's out of there, I mean that shit.
But they embalm them at the funeral home, so they might get them right before they hit the embalming table. Boom, selling balls.
What a weird conversation to bring up to like a funeral home owner or like director, like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm blah blah blah. I know you got all these dead bodies around. I'd like to buy some parts. And that lady being like, you know what? I'll sell you all the parts you need.
What do you need?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, "What are you talking about?"
It must have been a pretty like good amount of money, I would assume, if you're going to be chopping people up and selling their fucking
Yeah, it can't be
their
like,
ankles.
Yeah,
Couple
right.
ACLs.
Maybe some calves.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like some calves. Dudes trying to get like some fucking calf implants or some shit like that. Like, give me the real stuff.
hair implants. They're trying to take fucking dudes' wigs.
You think they're shaving people's bean bags and put on top of people's heads? That ain't good for business.
Everybody got a Jerry curl.
Z-Bird, you still in this podcast? What's going on there, buddy?
You're right. They won't list the fucking words.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
You
It
thought
twice.
Jack was lying?
But I was like, Jack said clicked on an article, it didn't say that. I'm like, all right, well, there has to be something else. And then I started looking and looking. Every article was just saying the same stupid shit. And it's like,
It must. I don't know. Like, it can't be 400 racist words. I don't know 400 racist.
Offensive. It could be offensive.
Offensive, I guess. But like, sheesh. We got a mom busted for selling a newborn baby to pay for her nose job. $3,600 nose job. Mom said, "Have my baby, fair trade." $3,600 is a little light for a newborn, don't you think?
Yeah, that's real light. I mean, here's the thing. They showed the before and the after. What she should have did is had multiple kids, sold them for like 10 grand, and then got a fucking head transplant.
Dude, she was terrible.
I was going to say, what did her beak look like before?
Her beak wasn't
Worse.
great before,
Yeah.
but after, she still ain't getting no dickens. And I'm like, dude.
Well, she just had a kid.
She had one.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, someone was fucking you with the beak before. You were catching dickens. Well, you weren't happy with them dicks, and you hate kids. I mean, that bad that you're gonna sell them on the black market for $3,600.
Like, man, I really needed a nose job. Like, what could I sell?
You could.
Oh, I got a baby here. Let
She's
me
looking
fire
around
up
her
this
house.
baby. Yeah.
She was like saying like shit, and her husband was like, "Don't you even think about selling that big screen."
Yeah.
He's like, "Get rid of that thing that just came out of your pussy." She was like, "You mean the Voss water?" He was like, "No, that baby."
He was like that too.
Yeah, sell that Voss.
Martha Stewart says she wishes her friends' husbands would die so she could fuck their hot husbands.
She
said
wished her friends would die.
She wished her friends would die, so then they become single,
Right.
and Martha could fuck their husbands.
That's what Martha said.
That's what Martha said.
That's pretty
And
ruthless.
she said she doesn't want her friends to die in like a vicious way or hurt anyway, just like pass away in the night, and then she could
Who's this, Zach
and
Wilson?
then she wants to fuck a couple of her friends' husbands.
Yeah, she figured
Pretty aggressive from old Martha.
I
here.
like it.
She been hanging out with Snoop too long.
Well, dude, imagine she did that stint in Chino. You know what I mean? She was locked up for a couple years. Probably didn't get no dickens up in the joint. You know what I mean? Got out and she just wants to run, cocks running wild all over her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she sees her all of her friends got these hot, you know what I mean, gray hair, silver chested husbands, and she just wants fuck.
What if her friends hear this? Would they still be her friends?
I think they heard
That's probably
it.
one of the things that you don't say out loud.
Well, listen, if I'm her friend and I'm like, hey, my husband's kind of hot, I'm friends with Martha Stewart. Right. She wants me to die and fuck my husband. Martha's rich. Why not I just approach Martha like, hey, give me 300 grand. You could fuck Cliff for the night.
No,
you know what I mean?
You go in it like this, like, hey, you got any hot stock tips? Because that's the whole reason she went to jail. She's an insider, dude.
But you go in there and say, listen, I don't even have to die. Give me 100 grand.
Right.
My old man, he'll come over, bang your tits off a couple of times a week for the next year.
Rose would be like, give me some recipes and he's yours.
Yeah, I'll pimp out my husband to you. You know what I mean? Get your fucking fire some oil in your coos, get it all lubed up.
Are you telling me Martha Stewart can't find a fucking silver fox to fucking bang her out?
Dude, I mean, come on. There's so many gold digging dudes out in Hollywood trying to make it.
Right, she has to go after her friend's husband.
Yeah, they'll fucking.
Maybe she's so bored. Maybe she just tore through all the old dudes in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And she wants some forbidden fruit.
Yeah.
We should
That's
make
what
a
it is.
podcast about that.
Yeah.
You might have heard that they're out there greasing roots and shit, and she wants to get in.
Well, Martha will get in a root. That's no problem.
No,
for
but I'm
Martha.
saying her friend probably was like, they were all sitting around playing Scrabble, and they had to remove 400 words, and they were having a good time. And her friend was like, "Oh my
Root
god!"
breezing.
She was like, she was like, "Jonathan ate my asshole last night, so good." And then she just sat there and thought, like, "I wish this bitch would die so he'd eat my asshole."
Martha's pretty stable looking still, so she could take a pounding. I bet.
Oh yeah.
How old is she?
She's healthy.
She's old, man.
Nah,
She
she ate that. She's like 60 something.
No.
She's probably late 60s, early 70s, maybe.
She gotta be 70 years old.
She got to be
years old.
over 70 years old,
Yeah.
right?
Google it.
Yeah, I did. It's 70, but like, I mean, you know, what I mean, you might have to, get a little WD-40.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lubricate for sure.
Get the
for
crit,
sure.
get the bats. Fucking.
She's 80. That's what I mean.
Oh, you need a lot of lubrication.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
You better get the
How
economy
long are
size.
these friends hanging on for? These guys.
And,
are living-
yeah, Martha's defense, she's waiting around a long time
Right.
now.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm a fuck Cliff if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah.
Viagra's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. She's gonna rub Bengale over her pussy to straw them all in.
Speaking of rubbing shit on your pussy, what women are now vabbing, which means they're taking their push juice, rubbing it on the back of their ear for a little perfume, and going out for the night. This woman said she vabbed. She said, if you vab, you'll attract people, like a date, like a one-night stand, or free drinks all night. She said she went out and people couldn't stop staring at her. You know why? Because you smelled like fish. Oh. You rubbed your push juice all over yourself,
Oh, you
and you're
smell it.
walking around the bar, and you smelled like hell, lady.
You smelled like you were just had your head up the girl's coos at Foxtail. You know?
Hey, which one of y'all eating shrimp?
That's just like oh, why is everybody paying attention to me? Because you stink.
Yeah,
You rub your private parts all over yourself, you fucking psychopath.
If you're a girl out there and you're thinking about rubbing pussy juice all over your neck, trust me as a guy, and all the guys in here I think will back me up. Just use perfume.
I'm sure there's
Perfume.
I'm sure they take a whiff before they put it on their dab it on.
Right.
If they're having a bad pH balance day, I'm sure they'll wash their hands and forget about it.
I know. If we got to look where society's going.
Wait.
I don't think she's dabbing the fish stick on her neck. I think she's going to check the merchandise first.
You don't think it could go bad after a while, like resting on behind the ear on the neck?
I don't think that's why it goes bad. I think it goes bad inside the oven. Once it's out, it's out.
Yeah, if you're baking the bread, it might be. Yeah.
John's making great points
Yeasty.
here. I can't argue with anyone.
Yeah, if she's putting a yeast infection on her neck, you're going to smell it.
Yeah.
She would smell it on the way to her neck, no?
You
get it the smell test, remember the smell test?
Yeah, I remember the smell test. And like,
Sometimes
you know what? Sometimes it ain't good, John.
But sometimes it's fine.
And they still send you down there. They don't give a fuck.
He said, clean out the basement. Said, there's spiders down there. I'm scared. He said, shut up and go down the basement.
This is like one of the more graphic episodes we've ever done. I keep trying to pull it back, and these fucking stories are disgusting.
Well, you're the one that writes the book.
I know. This is what's after. That's what's after this week. What the fuck you want me to do? I'm not right. I'm not making them up. This is the world we live in.
Oh.
And here we go again. Brother in arms. Chad Johnson said he nuts on his gloves before. He used to nut on his gloves before every game because he didn't trust anybody but his kids to catch the ball. I don't know if this is true. Like it said that what I just said in quotation marks, and it said Chad Johnson. I don't know if this is taken out of context or he's dead serious or what. But if this dude was jerking off before games and nutting on his fucking gloves, that is strange.
It is strange. Now, if you think maybe your semen's got a little stick to it, that's a little like more subtle.
Well, it's not going to be.
That's one thing.
It's going to be a little stick.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot of stick.
That's a lot of stick, which is fine. But to act to pretend like you're like your semen, like your kids are helping you catch, that's just stupid.
I wouldn't mind.
He's just saying goofy
gloves.
shit. Chad Johnson says goofy
yeah,
shit.
Ocho Cinco. Yeah, he just.
You bring up a good point, Julie.
Yeah.
So if you think he's jerking off with these gloves on.
That's what I'm assuming.
And then nutting on them? Or do you think he has them laid out and he's spraying them down?
Oh, that's even weirder.
Like, who's going to get this money shot?
Who wants the money shot?
He's having a threesome.
That's a good point. I mean,
I don't know. How would you do that?
I mean, if it's a soft glove.
I don't think a glove on a wiener would be good.
Nah, it'd be like wearing a condom and jerk off.
Yeah, one of them nice golf gloves with that nice leather.
I'd rather do a golf glove than a football glove for sure, because those football gloves are sticky as fuck these days.
Well, obviously weren't sticky enough. He was jerking off on them.
We're talking about a long time ago.
He's on NFL level.
It was a good solid stick 'em back then.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I didn't do it, John. Chad Johnson did.
Yeah, he had a pretty good career, so I mean, hey, it worked.
Whatever works. There's some poor bastard out there. Some kid just gonna be jerking off into his gloves.
It'd be like a high school ritual now.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They're all gonna be in a big circle, jerk. The wide receivers.
Their gloves are gonna shatter when they catch the ball.
Wide receivers for tight end drills. They're just over there.
Some poor kid's gonna get sent to Western Psych because he's been caught jerking off with his gloves. Don't jerk off on your football gloves, kids. We had a teacher fired over a raunchy OnlyFans account. She said she ruined the school. The school said she ruined the reputation of the school. A hot teacher OnlyFans, man.
Wow.
That would be dope.
She would have crushed it with as soon as the students found out, everyone signed up.
Well, I think they had to have, right?
Right, that's what I mean. As soon as they found out, everyone signed up.
Everybody's signing up.
Did you see a picture? Is she hot?
Hot.
Okay. I was gonna say, what if she was like
especially like old school, like hot teacher vibes. You know what I mean? Like I would definitely check out her OnlyFans.
She would teach you something. You know what I mean?
How do you expect not to get caught with that?
Maybe she wanted caught.
Maybe she didn't
give
a
good bad girl.
Maybe she just maybe she was just making so much money on OnlyFans she didn't give a fuck. Which makes a lot more.
She might have had some creepy fucking fetish.
Because think about now how that story. And then you got people with dudes with hot teacher fantasies signed up for her OnlyFans. I'm sure she does hot teacher stuff.
And it's not obviously, and it's not like a hot. Every kid in America has hot teacher stuff. There's not like that some like niche like you like feet or anything like that. Everybody wants to bang the hot teacher, and if the hot teacher got a OnlyFans, you're gonna spend your lunch money every fucking month on that OnlyFans account. That'd be strange, man. I mean, we had a couple hot teachers.
I was just thinking of the one. I was like, if she had an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I could think of two. One at Alderdice and one at St. Rosilia's, and they would have cleaned up.
Yeah. And so would my mom. She'd have cleaned up my dirty socks.
Your gloves. She'd have cleaned up your gloves everywhere.
My crunchy socks.
We had a husband blow $10K on OnlyFans while his girlfriend was nursing their newborn. Better than cheating.
Yeah, he's only a man.
You know, $10K, that's reasonable. Like, they didn't say what he makes.
I was going to say, what's his salary?
Yeah, he makes $1 million a year. That's fine. He can do what he wants. If he makes $60,000 a year,
that might be a problem.
That might be a problem. Yeah. That might be a little too much, bud. That's hard to defend there. But yeah, I don't know. 10 grand. How do you even like? That's a lot to watch. Like, what's an OnlyFans subscription? Like $20 a month, $30? I don't know. So like, if you have $10,000 worth of like subscriptions, that's a lot of fucking OnlyFans you got to cover.
How many different things you signed up to?
I guarantee you, all the money went to one person, and he did personal videos.
Oh, do you think he fell in love and couldn't get enough?
That's how
makes
chicks
sense.
have wrote that they make their money it's on the personal videos.
And
I seen a whole documentary about it. That's what they said.
And that's how this girl went through dental school.
Yeah, the one girl, like, it was like weird, like she had to like stick a hairbrush up herself, and the dude like and film the whole thing and send it to the dude the hair, like the other side of the hairbrush and she made $15,000 and like showed the whole transaction. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know if this dude was what he was into, but I guarantee it wasn't like a bunch of subscriptions.
You're probably right, because
he was in
just
deep.
too much to cover.
Is what you're saying. Yeah. He's in very deep.
And he might it's probably, I would imagine it's very similar, like, when you're at a strip club and you think everybody's been in a strip club where you thought, like, hey, man, this stripper really likes you.
Right.
She likes the $100 bills, which she likes. So he probably, like, fell in love with a girl while his wife was pregnant, and, she probably just milked him for fucking every dollar she could. Next thing you know, the wife looks at the credit card bill, $10K in a month.
Ooh.
He's like, I got a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Gambling on that pussy.
Yeah, on venereal disease.
Yeah. We had a tennis player, Nick Kyrgios, was losing his mind on an umpire in a Wimbledon final match because a drunk lady wouldn't stop talking and screaming at him during the match. So this dude was screaming at the umpire, and the dude was like, what do you want me to do? He's like, this lady won't shut the fuck up. This was a funny line. He's like, it looks like she had 700 drinks, because the guy that kept the umpire was like, well, which one is it? Like, pointed it out to me, and he was like, the lady that had 700 drinks. And they wouldn't show her face. Like, chick was getting smashed at Wimbledon. I think she had a little crush trying to run some game while this dude's trying to win a Wimbledon, the championship event.
How come security didn't
you got to get her out of there, right?
Well, I guess he was like trying to during the match, and like they kept like brushing him off, and she was so close that like I think he was just really picking up on it, and so like after like I don't know a set,
she got inside his head,
whatever, yeah, it really got inside his head, and after a set he went over to the umpire and the dude, is that what they are? Are they line judges, umpires? What the fuck are those guys?
Dudes in I thought they were lifeguards.
They sit in a lifeguard chair, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, the dude was just like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I couldn't even hear him. He was like, the lady that's drunker than hell that had 700 drinks. I'm like, man, show the lady. But they
right.
But, I mean, that's a pretty
prestigious event.
That's what I mean, to get blacked out at and start badgering the fucking players.
She probably has the OnlyFans now because of it.
Hey, it ain't a U.S. Open.
Yeah, right? Yeah, behave yourself.
Oh, man. Yep, we did, man. We're pieces of shit. Whatever. We had a pregnant lady in Texas. She was running late to go pick up her child. It was just her in the car. She takes the HOV lane. She gets pulled over as soon as she's coming off in the HOV lane, because you have to have at least another person with you to go in the HOV lane. She's in Texas, Roe versus Wade, all that shit. She gets pulled over. She says to the cop, he's like, hey, writing you a ticket, you need 2 people. And she's like, I do. Me and this human inside of me, 2 people. And the cop was like, I'm not dealing with this today. You need another person that's outside of your body in the car.
I won't even argue to be like, whatever.
That's what he kind of did. Like, listen, these are the laws. And she's like, well, I thought the law, like this baby inside of me is a person, right? And he was like, right. And she's like, so I need 2 people, right? And he's like,
I get off in 2 fucking
he's
hours.
He's like,
okay?
here's your ticket, fighting in court. So she's gonna go fighting in court.
I won't show up. Okay?
But I mean, I kind of like the move on her part. That's pretty,
yeah,
it's pretty
it was
good.
a power play for sure.
Like, because you know that dude was just like, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, I don't want to do this.
I ain't saying the
I
wrong
agree
thing.
with you. Here's your ticket. You know, like,
Right.
but I would have just let her go.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. I would have been like this.
I'm
I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't see you had another person in the car or whatever you're saying.
I have a feeling if you don't let this go, this is going to be a big story, and here it is.
Right. You're trying to frame me right now.
But she also had a point. So you got to.
But I don't want to be.
You don't want to. No, you don't want to deal with that.
I don't want to be the tip of the spear. You know?
No, it's you didn't overturn Roe versus Wade, but like, fucking, she has a point. It was well played. Tip of the cap to her. We had a Brazilian influencer that had to be wheelchaired through the airport because her stomach hurt so bad because she was too embarrassed to fart in front of her significant other.
So she was like an internet star over in Brazil.
Brazil internet star.
And she was afraid to fart in front of her boyfriend, so because that caused stomach issues.
She got like trapped gas in her intestine,
and they're like
fucked her all up. Had to get wheelchaired through the airport and like taken to the hospital just because she didn't want to pass a little gas. Being an adult, pass some gas.
Yeah,
you could have went to the bathroom.
Yeah,
and
just
farted your brains out.
Just like walk 6 feet away, go crop dust somebody.
Yeah, is it weirder you farted or weirder you had to get wheeled through the fucking airport?
You ruined our vacation.
Yeah, thanks
or like
a lot.
whatever.
She could have never been on the Shit Pants podcast.
Yeah, she's out of here.
Yeah,
you hold that in long enough, she might have been.
Listen, nobody wants their lady like farting on them.
No.
But like at the same time, they're humans.
Like at the same time, we got plans. I'm not wheeling you to the fucking airport.
There's other. It's not like you're attached at the hip. You could walk away, like you said, go to the bathroom, go anywhere, just drop a, drop a little puff. And then come back. Blame it on the fat guy behind you. Oh my God, he's gross. Did you smell him?
You're a hot chick. No one's gonna think it's you anyhow. You blame it on any other mutant around you.
Right, you are a hot chick. If you were using your head, you would have fucking put that fart in a mason jar and you'd have fucking sold it to the fat creep behind you for fucking $275.
Yeah, then bought your boyfriend something nice and he would have loved it.
He would be like, man, I wish you would fart more often, babe.
Nope. Problem solved, idiot.
Yeah.
It looks like a missed opportunity to me.
Right, use your fucking head in this economy, dude. Farts are the new currency.
Farts are the new Bitcoin.
Yeah. Invest heavily in farts.
Shitcoin. Back to shit. Huh? We had a guy that was buried in a transparent coffin.
That's sweet.
Pretty sick. I don't know if it was glass. I don't know if it was plexiglass. I don't know if it was plastic. But my man was just laying in it through a see-through coffin. You could see him. He was dead as fuck. They were about to put him in the ground, dead as fuck, and you could just see him. Pretty dope. I don't want to be. I'm not a buried guy. I got a thing about it. I want to be cremated. But
what?
Yeah, cremate me all day long.
Okay.
I don't.
No, fuck that. I want a sweet ass coffin, dude.
Nah, I disagree. I gotta go. I've been since because dude, I feel like same thing with me because I'm willing to give up my organs and stuff. Like I don't want to take up any more space on Earth or like have my family spending money to bury me or anything like when it could go towards something else.
Well,
cremate me and give me a nice service.
That's the thing. I want you to come to the funeral.
Right.
I want to be laid out. I want everybody to cry. I want there to be a line.
All right, wait. So listen, I was thinking about this. Me and Rosa were talking. You know how when you go to a wedding and like you, the bride dances, you have to like pay. You do a shot and then you do like the dance with her. Or is that just,
yeah.
You know what
It's
I'm talking
Italian
about?
shit, I think. But yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's what they're gonna do at my funeral. You come up and like pay your respects.
pick you up?
You got to do a shot. No. You just got to do a shot and then you pay your respects and then you go. Then you move along. You know.
I like that.
Everybody got to do a shot though, or don't even fucking shoot. Michael, that's the one time you're allowed to do one, buddy.
No, I'm not. 'Cause I'll be smoking
Send
crack.
him up to deep. We'll be 80s, Zebra.
Smoking crack.
Like, you made it so long. What happened?
We're like,
fucking surely.
listen, no one's coming after you if you're in your 80s and you relapse, dude. Just running into the ground.
Yeah, right. Go out with a bang.
Yeah.
I always wanted to
Fuck,
smoke.
give me a call.
Yeah. Hey, where's Hunter Biden at?
He'll still be going.
Yeah. So will his dad. His dad will be 183, but I think your dad will lend us 20 grand again, Hunter.
So we get some Ukrainian prostitutes and crack.
Yeah, I got my rascal charged up. I'll go to the projects right now. Gonna get us 20,000 dubs.
But yeah, I want a wake. I want a viewing. Everybody to come, see me, cry. Then you can light me on fire, and then you'll have a party and then be the end of it.
bonfire.
Dust me out.
Yeah,
I don't like the idea of being like in the ground forever. It rubs me the wrong way. But like to each his own. We had a enlisted Marine steal a fighter jet and took it on a 45-minute joyride. My man stole Top Gun, got a little excited, and probably ruined his life.
Absolutely.
What a move, dude. But that's also one of those things. How do you think you're going to get away with that? I mean, those planes are millions and millions of dollars, and you think you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to sneak this one out, fucking shoot it around the air for a little bit without anybody knowing?
He figured the juice was worth the squeeze.
Yeah, he definitely
man.
got way too far in the Maverick.
He had a couple
he
White
had a
Claws,
couple drinks.
Smoked a little crack.
Yeah.
Drinking and driving a fighter jet, sweet.
You can't hit anything.
Well,
besides
fucking
the ground.
can't.
He didn't crash it though.
No, he landed it,
He
but he just got.
he should have got a promotion.
Yeah, I don't. That's
You
good
want a
for
job?
Yeah. Tom Cruise came out of nowhere. Like, you want to fly?
You're in
Gives
your
him
wings.
a cup of coffee. Yeah. Sober up. We're going to battle in 13 minutes. We need you.
Do Marines fly like planes though? Like
No,
I don't,
they're on the
they're like grounds, right?
Marines,
Marines have aircraft, absolutely.
Do they?
They have aircraft, but like there's a lot of Marines on the ground. But Marines are sea.
They're on Navy ships, Marines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So yeah, he was
It's like Marine, like
I want
Mariner.
to dip my toe in
Yeah,
the
but
old
still,
Navy
he
today.
should. I mean, he had to have some idea of how to fly.
Well,
this
he
thing.
definitely knew how to
100%.
fly.
Oh, yeah, he's flown one before. It wasn't like flying a kite and he got lucky. You know what I mean? He's definitely, or he played a lot
It's
of
usually
those
the
big-
Navy that pilots, or
Right,
the Navy
yeah.
pilots.
That makes
Right.
it different if this dude's was a pilot and he like took it when he wasn't supposed to. Than if he was just a regular
Do
guy.
we know?
He said, I learned how to fly this from Top Gun.
Yeah.
Or he was playing video games. his
You
whole
can't
life.
tell me he didn't like see Top Gun and go do that.
Dude,
There's no
it's-
way he didn't.
That's 100% what happened.
Yeah, for sure. And like, don't get me wrong.
I seen a movie this weekend. I thought, like, am I too old to join the Navy? For
Yeah.
like just a half not long.
I swear to
For
God,
like
I thought
10
the same thing.
For about 10 seconds. Not
I think
long.
I might have Googled it or
Yeah.
said like when it started, like I could do this.
33.
Jack had to
I think
cancel
it's like 31.
an appointment
Yeah.
with his recruiter.
I looked
Yeah.
it up too.
Lonely Vegas travelers can have a reality porn headset delivered to their rooms.
Yeah.
Listen, you nerds, go get a hooker.
Yeah.
just gonna say,
You're in
man.
Las Vegas. Like, listen, I'm on board on like headset jerking off. That's sweet. Do it at your fucking house. You're in Las Vegas and you need to do something like that. Be a man.
Spend the extra $20.
That-
What if it's a chick?
That's gonna be so. That's gonna be so
Get a dude
uncomfortable.
hooker.
Male escorts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be so weird for
You
the
get
dude.
whatever you
The
want.
drop
I think
off.
I think that it's more. I'm gonna be honest now. I'm thinking about this. I think it's more weird to ask for that than it would be to go get a hooker. If you're a person, like, you know, be like, hey, can you drop off the headset so I can jerk off? Like,
Yeah, then what? Like some 21-year-old girl drops off your jerk off headset that some dude down the hall just got done using. It's all sweaty.
yeah.
That's what I said the other day. We talked
Sure,
about
they
this.
sanitize it.
Everybody was like, "Oh my god!" Like I'm like, dude, I would never even want to touch it. Like, what, you jerk off? I'm like, you got to take it off after you jerk off, dude. There's gonna be nothing
Yeah.
but semen all over it.
They probably sanitize it.
They probably
Yeah.
wipe it down.
You can't be
It
like-
is Vegas.
It's
you
over
know.
your eyes. What
Dude,
are you, like,
what if-
fucking spraying like a fountain?
Who
What
knows?
if you're the pimp and you
Yeah,
got
whenever you put it on and it's warm. Ugh.
yeah, you're the pimp. You got a room full of hose, and then like your shelf of fucking
Oculuses.
Oculus is empty, and they're just smoking Newports, waiting. Like, is it my turn?
Like, I ain't getting no calls tonight, but like the Oculus is taking all the business.
Yeah, right.
I wonder what it like. I would love to know what it costs to rent an Oculus in Vegas. Like, there's so much to do there. Like,
Particularly a jack off Oculus.
I bet it's not cheap.
I guarantee you,
I-
it's probably a couple $100.
I bet it's like $400 or $500.
I bet a prostitute's cheaper.
I bet it's not.
I would never. I would never. All right, let's take a break.
Oh no, let's do the Paulie Walnuts thing.
All right, do it.
Yeah, all right. So anyway, Paulie Walnuts died this week, and like we were talking about it. We were saying like some of the funniest lines he said in Sopranos, and like I googled some of them, but like just some of the ones that were like our favorites. And like I think I'll start it off. The one line I remember is when Christopher first got made, and he came back into the room, and they made Christopher like stripped on. And they were like, you got to strip. They were checking him for a while. He's like, oh, this is bullshit. And he was like, no, you got to strip down. And then he like got down to his underwear, and they were like, and Paulie was like, that too. So he like pulled his underwear down, and Paulie just looks at him like, huh, I guess you could call that a dick. Rosado had a good one, dude. Rosado.
It was when they were having that intervention for him, and they were like, yeah, He was like, yeah, I relapsed. He's like, so you're a 2-time loser.
Another funny one was like he was talking about Fat Don Vittorio. He said, "Tone, you give this guy a golf club, he might try to fuck it."
Fuck a golf club?
It was. I mean, that's what he was saying, you know. But like, there was another one. That's all we got. All right, everybody, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Me and my wife didn't know what to do. We had a gigantic tree in our backyard that we had to get cut down. I've never done anything like this before. Who was I supposed to call? Luckily, I found Greater Pitt Tree Service, a locally owned and operated company. They came out, got to work, and got it done in a safe manner, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Thank you so much, Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service. And they also do free work for World War II veterans. Please call 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. Johnny, what's grinding them gears?
All right. I hate when I say thank you to somebody and they say, yep. That's it.
You got right to the point. What happened?
I mean, I could have a bigger one. Not, I seen this dude. He like did something for me. I'm like, oh, man, thanks a lot. He's like, yep.
What about no problem?
No problem's fine.
Yeah, no problem.
That's acceptable.
Yep's kind of a dickhead response.
Yep was a real dickhead
You might as well
response.
just chief me while you're at it.
Like to the point where I'm like, dude,
like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Yep.
I won't say thank you next time.
Yep.
And then you can think about how I didn't say thank you.
Yeah, what a dickhead.
Yeah.
It's like an abrasive move. You don't know how to respond to it.
It's like like shove your thank you up your ass.
Basically.
Like, yeah, whatever.
Was it a big? What did you thank him for? Or don't you want to get into
Dude,
that?
it was like, I mean, it was some pretty basic shit.
Was it a stranger or was it this?
It was a stranger. It was like I was like at a store and like he handed me some. Oh, thanks, man. He's like, yep. I'm like,
yeah, I don't like that at all. What a cocksucker. Yeah, you got to say at least. I feel like I'm a no problem guy, but I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, I've never like
Yeah.
Or like yeah. Like just say you're welcome.
Yeah, just say you're welcome.
No problem. Yeah, no problems.
You got it.
No problems, I think, is equal to your welcome.
Right. I'm fine with that. Like a little yep.
But yeah, a sarcastic, slowed up yep, cocksucker move.
It makes me think like you don't appreciate my thank you.
Right.
Making me mad a little bit, John. I don't like that at all. Especially to do like a stranger too. Like
dude, like I'm trying to think.
Who the fuck do you think you are, pal?
He made me mad enough that I came
you
in my
don't yet
phone.
Me.
Yeah.
And I jotted it down.
Yeah,
they made you that mad.
You know what, you fucker? You just made my podcast.
Yeah.
Cocksucker.
It could have been the dude at Kogo's. He like bagged my stuff. I'm like, thanks, man. Yep.
Oh, bad.
Which
blood.
actually, I forget which store it was. I don't.
I'd rather get nothing back than a yep. I'd rather get absolutely nothing back than a dickhead yep.
Then I can be like, maybe he didn't hear me.
Right. That's the.
Or maybe they're just having a fucking horrible day or whatever. But like saying yep that way, you're going out of your way to be a dickhead.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Shirley, what do you got?
So keeping with this whole mail theme we have going, I know we're huge U.S.
Be nice
mail.
to the mail.
Yeah.
No, we're huge U.S. mail guys. But so my wife ordered some shit from Amazon, and I go home the other day and his package is on the porch. You know what I mean? They said they email you the little picture of the fucking package. I pick it up and it's like nothing in it. I'm like, what'd she get? Like fucking, a document? What's in here? I look on the picture, and it's ripped open on the picture. You can see it.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's fucking nothing in there. So I hit them up, and they're like, "Yeah, no problem." They sent me the shit the next day, but I just don't understand. Why would you deliver that when you know that there's nothing in there? You see the bag is ripped open.
He just delivers you an empty bag.
Yes, that's 100% what happened.
That's a move right there. He's under pressure.
And they took a picture of it.
He wanted it off his truck no matter what.
He wanted the stats. He was making stats. He knew that if he didn't deliver that package, he knew there wasn't shit in there.
I'm about to put it so you could send put a picture of this. Dude. The whole end is just ripped wide
Well,
open.
you could have took a picture and sent it to us.
Yeah.
No, he took a picture, sent it to me.
I know, but you could. Yeah, so I mean, we'll put on the podcast. We can do that stuff. We got that technology with Larry. We got computers and phones and stuff.
I have to send Larry the picture of the hole the raccoon ate in the bottom of my garbage can and chewed off the edge of my bungee so Kenny can see what I'm dealing with here. Yeah, but we just found out what type of pressure the Amazon drivers are under. Dude.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to stop to take a poop.
He might have been sprinting. It fell out of the bottom.
Could have been.
You know,
they need to unionize.
That's what it is.
Yep, that's what they do.
Your packages be costing a lot more, Jack.
Yeah, man, fuck them. They don't need to unionize.
They can shit.
Second thought.
You know what? Fucking shit in the streets.
I love free shipping. Let them shit in the streets.
Unions don't do too much of these anymore. You know what I mean? Just kidding. I don't want to get any unions mad at me. I'm a union guy.
Union, yes.
Yep. Zebra, what do you got?
Dude, so this actually happened to me literally right before I left to come here. So I come home, like on my way home from work. I was on the phone with you, and I set my keys down somewhere, and I couldn't find them. This happens to me a lot. And I think I have some kind of like, I can't like ADD or something. I'm like looking for my keys. It's like 6 o'clock. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. I'm like, where are they? My girlfriend's like, just take my car. I'm like, I can't take your car. Just let me find the keys. I'll find the keys. And then her mom comes in, and then they both start looking for the keys. And I'm like, and questioning me, which like this like nothing will make my anxiety jump through the roof more when people will say shit like these 3 comments. One's, are you okay? And then when they start questioning like what's going on, like, do you remember where you had your keys at last?
Oh, that's a rough one.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then they're just rifling through everything. I'm like, guys, I'll find the key. Like, dude, I thought I was gonna have a fucking.
You should just be like, oh, found them.
If I remembered, I wouldn't be looking.
Right, it wouldn't be lost.
That's one of those things like you don't even want help. Like, leave me alone. Let me figure this out.
Let me sort through this on my own.
You and your questions are gonna make me go mad.
Not helping.
And dude, I almost had a panic attack. Like I was like trying to be like, I was just like, they were like, it was like, her mom was looking around outside. Like I'm like, they're not outside. I'm like, they were either in like a couple places, and I eventually found them, obviously. But like, I'm like, where did I take? I started like retracing my steps, but I couldn't like get my thoughts together because like, with 2 other people looking for them. For some reason, it was freaking me.
Makes it worse.
And
it always makes it worse.
And they're pestering you with questions and shit. Like, oh, do you remember this?
Did you leave them here? Did you leave them there? Like,
they were like,
dude,
you leave them in the truck. I'm like, no, the truck's lost.
Did you have them when you came in the house?
Right.
They are lost.
Like they're either in the basement or they're in this little dish. They're not in the dish, so they have to be in the basement.
I'm here. The truck's here.
The truck's
There's
locked.
there's somewhere like between here and there.
Right, and I'm like, the truck's locked. It's 100%. The keys are in the house. It's not like you can't lock the truck without leaving it. Like, and then going beep beep.
Right.
So I'm like, I know they're in this house. They're like, maybe you lost them on the street, and then that starts freaking me out. Like, oh my god, maybe I did.
What if someone picked them up?
Yeah, I'm like, nah. And I'm like, no, they didn't. Left them in the basement. Check.
I'm starting to get anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I lost my cell phone on the golf course on Saturday for like 2 seconds, and I start freaking out because like a cell phone on a golf course, that you could be. I could still be looking for
Dude,
it.
my mother just left her cell phone in Texas.
That's
Whoa.
I got the best advice.
At least was it at your sister's house so you could send it to her?
Yeah. It cost her like a beaner to send it to her.
$100 to send it back.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least you know you left it somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
They knew, like, she left it in her car when she dropped off at the airport, so they knew right away.
Yeah.
I got, like, that's one thing I could say. Like, I realized that when Jack had his, we could have found it because I had an iPhone. We would end up, hopefully, I think we could have fucking tracked his phone down. But, like, we always have the habit of turning our phones off. And, like, I know it's annoying, but, like, I think it might not be a bad idea to leave them on because if you start calling that motherfucker and you lose it, you can hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I almost always put my cell phone in my golf bag when I golf just for that reason. But, like, for whatever reason, I didn't. And I was like, oh, motherfucker. And that panic just sets in for a second.
Yeah.
And then we found it very quick. It was in the cart. But, like, man, It was, yeah, it was. But you know, still, like you think you lost them, especially like a cell phone and wallet, keys.
Dude, I thought I lost mine the other day. After it was a Friday, everybody went home, and like I got my truck and I actually drove up the ramp, and I'm like, dude, I don't have my cell phone on me. I'm like, oh no. Drive back down the shop, looking through every truck. And then, like, I'm like, there's a phone down there that I'm like calling myself and running to the trucks, like, for like 20 minutes.
Oh my,
dude, it like fell down the side of this. It was like in the smallest little place ever, and I finally found it. I'm like,
It's the best feeling ever.
oh yeah,
If
It
that
is
was
a
a
good
drug, I
feeling.
would be on it.
yeah.
yeah,
Lost and found.
yeah,
Yeah.
or the endorphins you get when you find whatever you're looking for. Yeah, you can bottle that up and sell it. That's for sure.
I wonder if I subconsciously lose stuff just to get high off finding it, since I don't do drugs anymore. Like, I'll be like,
So you're searching for a buzz.
yeah,
That'd be a good question for a therapist.
yeah.
He loves the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah. Like this dude just loses everything.
T-Birds.
He takes all of his money out of his checking account and then just loses it until he finds it. Get a little high. I got a gear grinder. So I'm going to Fort Lauderdale next month, and I booked a pretty bougie hotel. It was 4 nights. It was almost $2,000. Right. But 40th birthday.
Can't hold anything back.
Splurging. You know, I got the, I was like, treat yourself. So I did get an email from the fucking Marriott saying, hey, can't wait for you to come. Looking forward to your trip. Just a heads up. The pool's going to be closed, so is the spa. And I'm like, well, no chance in fucking hell that I'm, like, keeping this reservation. So I called them, and they're like, yeah, but it's a non-refundable room. I was like, sure. I picked the cheaper version because it was much cheaper, but yet still very expensive, under the impression that your pool would be open and your spa. And I'm like, well, it's not. Pretty much telling me on beat. So like I'm like, well, who do I need to talk to? Because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And so they like give me a name, and by the time I called back like an hour later, and by the time that I called back, they were getting bombarded by fucking phone calls because everybody who had a reservation, no pool, no spa, you're spending this type of money at a place.
You said
No-
spa was in the name.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
like the real kick in the dick. Like,
Right.
That's
and
what
dude,
I'm coming for.
a giant pool, like right on the ocean and shit. Like, so I called back and they're like, we'll cancel it. No big deal. Because they were just getting crushed. And like, they realized it was a losing battle because people were just going to fucking ruin their day.
Right.
Just scream at them until they got their money back. So, but I got brushed off the phone like real quick. It was dude like, yeah, dude, canceled. And like, he hung up on me. I'm like, well, that's not sufficient. So I called back the next day and I'm like, hey, I talked to Jordan yesterday. He rushed me off the phone. I just need the confirmation that my reservation is canceled. And she was like, yeah, it's canceled. And I was like, I didn't even give you my name. And she's like, oh, okay. So I give her my name, give her my confirmation number. She's like, canceled. I'm like, okay. Send me an email saying it's canceled. She's like, just send it. I was like, sure. What email did you send it to? And she was like, the one that you have on file. I was like, okay. Which one do I have on file? She's like, the email that you gave us. I was like, which one is that? Because if you just sent me an email, you should be able to tell me what my email
is. Ding.
My email address is. Yeah, and I didn't get an email. And she was like, sir, I can't help you, and you're being very pushy. I was like, I'm just asking for a confirmation, cancel, like a cancel confirmation. And now I know you're lying to me because like you're not even telling me what my fucking email address is. And she got pissed off, and then she hung up on me. So I finally had to call back, fucking get it. Like the front desk kept pushing me to reservation. So I called back, and she was like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, don't you send me anywhere. Mm-hmm. And she was like, okay. And I'm like, listen, there's a bunch of morons on the other end of this phone.
They're listening to
this.
us.
I was like, you just need to tell me my reservation's canceled and give me a number. And she was like, oh, yeah, it's canceled. I was like, great. What's the cancellation number? And she was like, I'm not sure if this is it, but I'm 99% sure this is it. So it gives me a number. So I'm 99% sure that my reservation's canceled. But I was never charged. So who knows? They might charge me the day I was supposed to get there or whatever. But like, what a nightmare! What a fucking liar face of the lady, just saying like, "Hey, just sent you an email," and not be able to tell me what my fucking email address is. What a dickhead!
People are rude, man.
Ruthless, dude. Like $2,000 for fucking 4 nights. Like, treat me with a little bit of respect.
I'll never
here.
stay here ever
Ever.
again.
And then I found a very similar hotel, like fucking next door, for like $700. The whole fucking thing. So this is fucking crazy,
save
dude.
some money.
Yeah, but it's just like, dude.
You think when you're spending that kind of money, you deserve.
I'm not treat me like a person,
exactly.
And I'm not canceling for like a dumb reason. I'm not like reneging on like fucking what we agreed to.
You're not the only
you
one.
You don't have a
either.
spa or pool. It's fucking. It's gonna be August in Florida. It's gonna be 100,000 degrees. I need a pool, and they're like, "We have an ocean. Fuck your ocean." There's little fish in there. They bite the shit out of you in there. Like, I don't need that ocean. Shove that ocean in the sand. I like a pool. I need a pool. It's $2,000.
I'm a pool guy.
Yeah, let me fucking cancel, you fucking scumbags. Fuck's sakes. Let's take a break.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just drove by your house. You got a giant hole in the side. What's that for? So you can stick your dick in it and your old lady can suck it. You're better than that, man. Get that hole patched up. Why don't you call SNL Remodeling LLC? They do roofing, siding, gutters, downsides, soffit, fascia, and they'll fix that hole so your wife quits sucking everyone's dick. 412-628-9717. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. We're sick of seeing your wife sucking all that cock. Hey, if you're looking for a fun night out in the South Side and you don't want to get punched in the face, check out Finn McCool's at 1501 Carson Street. Go there, have a good time, and don't get punched in the face. Finn McCool's, 1501 Carson Street, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe and Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe and Sons, 412-421-6711, and make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into What Would Greenfield Do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop.
Would you rather orgasm every time you hear All-Star by Smash Mouth, or hear All-Star by Smash Mouth every time you orgasm?
Huh.
I think the first way you said it.
So you'd rather...
Hey, now, you're an old...
Yeah, I think that'd be a fun surprise.
Yeah.
Like, All-Star comes on by Smash Mouth.
Yeah,
all
as
of a
soon
sudden,
as your boys find out, though, dude, they're just going to be playing it non-stop.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks,
Now-
fellas.
You'll be at a wedding. You'll
not
be at a
only-
wedding, dude.
Not only are we shitting ourselves, we're coming on ourselves, too. Because we're playing Smash Mouth non-stop on the...
Non-stop. On my headphones, I'm just saying, hey,
'Cause-
now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Get played.
Shit your pants.
Take your boys like out of the equation and then playing it all the time. You don't hear Smash Mouth All-Star too often anymore, so it'd be a fun surprise. Like, oh, Smash Mouth's coming on. It's about to be a cum festival about
If you were
over
listening to
here.
the X, like, hey, coming up at 4 o'clock, we got Smash Mouth.
Every time someone requested someone out of the crew.
You'd be putting that movie on. There's a movie on where they're like, that song's in the movie.
It's like, is it American Pie?
It's like Shrek or something.
So if you were...
It's Shrek.
Shrek? Oh, yeah.
So if you're watching Shrek with your kids,
Yeah, see, that's where it makes it weird.
Yeah, that would be
skiing in
weird.
your
It-
pants.
yeah, that'd be fucked.
Yeah.
But anytime you hooked up with, if you're married, it would get old, or like have a long time girlhood, it would get old. Like, all right, dude, enough of the fucking coming, enough with the fucking Smash Mouth every time you nutted. But if you got some like strange or some like new stuff, and Smash Mouth just start playing,
Can she hear it as well?
Yeah,
That's
everybody
the
can
thing.
hear it. Yeah, that's dope. Like, what's going on here? Like, well, babe, fun fact about me: every time I bust a load, Smash Mouth starts fucking strumming the old guitar.
Yeah.
Your kids be like, I'm so sick of hearing that fucking song. Why are you guys playing that
Every
upstairs?
time Zach
Be tough to jerk off when you're a kid.
Every time you guys do laundry, all I hear is the fucking Smash Mouth
Hey,
song.
now you're an all-star. Yeah.
Every time Daddy poops, I hear that song.
Daddy likes listening to Smash Mouth when he poops. Oh, that's fucked up. If your girl had to wear a mascot head during sex for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? Pirate Parrot would be so sweet.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Steely McBeam.
Nah, Steely would be weird.
Too manly.
The penguin. What's the penguin's mascot's name? Don't they have a penguin that walks
yeah,
around?
I have no idea.
Does he have a name?
I don't even know if he has a name.
He gotta have a name, right?
The Pittsburgh Penguin, probably. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know how we don't know this.
Yeah.
No, but we're only thinking of Pittsburgh. There's so much more. I mean,
you got the Philly Fanatic. That'd
I was
be funny.
thinking of Philly Fanatic.
Yeah.
That big old
Gritty.
head.
Yeah, the Flyer fucking.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that'd be fucking hilarious.
That Brewers guy.
The Brewer guy's pretty sweet. He's just a big baseball head, right?
No, he's just like a big German brew guy.
Did you ever see?
Yeah. Who's the big? The Met. The Mets just a giant baseball head.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Pound on the mat.
Did you ever see the fucking? It's up in Washington County. The Washington Wild Things mascot, the Wild Thing.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's like a bear, but he looks like he's been smoking crack for 3 days. That'd be a good time.
Crack that bear would be funny.
Yeah. I had a funny crack bear story. I was up in a Washington.
Yeah, you can't say it. We were like, I have a funny crack bear story, and then you act like you weren't going to tell it.
Yeah.
You can't say that and not tell it.
I was working for we went to a Washington Wild Things game, and there was a guy who came down there to I worked for this company. I actually had a pretty good job, and he was selling us these laser machines that were operated, and he worked on them too. So he would come down. And the one day he was leaving on a Friday, and it was a Thursday night, and he was like, dude, is there anything to do around here? I want to do something. I was like, we can go to a Washington Wild Things game. They got $1 beers. He was like, all right, man, let's go. Let's go have fun. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go there. It's 10-ounce beers. You're allowed 2 apiece. I only drank 15. And then so we're kind of fucked up. And he asked the question that a lot of these guys do when they're from out of town. Hey, I'm only in town. I like to have a good time because I don't get that much. Can you get any Coke or anything? And I'm like, yeah, I think I can. So I was like, I'll hit my neighbor up. My neighbor didn't have any Coke, so I give him the whole line back to him. No, I can't get Coke, but if you were really wanting to party, I might know where to get crack. And the dude was like, yeah. Well, hey, I'm only in town. Just don't say it to no one. Don't repeat this. I was like, all right. So he gives me a couple $100, and we go get crack. And we end up smoking crack until 3 in the morning. I actually go home, get up at 6, and go to work the next day. I slept for an hour.
What's that feel like?
Not good.
I can't imagine so.
Not good. And I had some substances to level me up. It was not good. So I go to work, and the guys are there. Everyone's kind of looking at me like, dude, you went on a fucking bender. You look like shit. And I'm like, ugh. It's I was out with that sales guy, man. He's fucking nuts. And then they're like, yeah, where is he? I'm like, I don't know. He's here. They're like, he never came in today. He was supposed to sign this paperwork, and he's got a flight to catch at 11 o'clock. I'm like, I don't know. They're like, were you out with him? I'm like, yeah. We broke up at 10 o'clock after the game, man. That was it. I didn't have the heart to tell him we were out smoking crack. And the dude was definitely he had a ton of money, so I'm sure he was fishing for prosties.
Cracking prosties.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear from this dude again?
Never heard from him again.
Did you kill this guy?
He's on a milk carton.
I didn't kill him. I just smoked some crack with him. But I mean,
I was trying to expand his horizons.
Yeah, he knew I'd have a good time. So you know what I mean? The guy was fun to hang out with. So what? He drank $15 beers and smoked some crack. Doesn't make him villain. Don't make him a bad guy. Just of course we didn't need each other again. He moved far away. I moved far away. Or I stayed where I was at. He moved far away. We weren't going to hang out and smoke crack no more. So there was no reason to ever talk to each other again. You know what I mean? Hey, Mike, how you been? You still on drugs?
You still smoke crack when you're out of town?
I'm in Cincinnati. Yeah, right now I'm about to go to a minor league game and smoke some crack with this guy. I tricked him into it too.
What a leap, though! Hey, I get a little. Hey, I'm gonna do a little bit of coke, but hey, I can't. I do got crack, but. All right, don't twist my arm.
Uncle.
He had, but see, I'll tell you one thing. As a human being, one gift I have is I can read people, and I knew that he was probably down for anything. You know what I mean? I was like,
he was just looking.
He's dabbled before.
Yeah, it was. Well, dude, once I see him hit that crack pipe, it wasn't his first time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Professional.
Yeah, this motherfucker had the wave going and everything. He was like, I'm like, God damn, save some crack for the rest of us.
All right, that's got one more, but fuck it. We're ending on that note.
Oh man,
That was too funny.
Everybody, man, everyone have a great week. Don't forget that we got the comedy show coming up July 30th, and the live podcast will be September 2nd, where there's gonna be tons of fun shit like this going on. You don't want to miss it. On
We might smoke crack.
Why not?
Shit our
We're gonna
pants.
shit our pants and smoke crack.
and jerk off on gloves and save some crack for the rest of us.
That's a show.
Everyone have a great week, and remember, folks, Greenfield loves you. We're out.